This is What's Wild in New Hampshire by wildlife biologist Eric Orp. I'm in the Fish and Game Region 3 office in Durham with Cherie Patterson, and we're going to talk about a little bit about history. So this is Women's History Month, and I'm trying to interview some of the women at New Hampshire Fish and Game and elsewhere that have made history and that continue to make history. And here is Cherie. She is the chief of the Marine Division. And tell me about your meteoric rise to the top. How long have you been at Fish and Game?
I'm not sure I would describe it that way. Yes, I've been here for over 40 years.
So it's kind of worked for a long time, get a lot of experience, and move up. Just takes hard work and experience.
Yes, I've been fortunate.
Tell me about some of that history. So you said 40, how many years?
Plus,
40, okay. Some of the projects you worked on over that time, how has history changed? How have you helped change the history of Fish and Game here in New Hampshire? In the Marine, was there there wasn't a Marine division when you first started, was there?
no, there was not a defined marine division.
And you worked on the
We
coho
were-
salmon program, which was down here, but
Yeah, we worked out of a small house, was our office when I first started working on a lobster project where we would be gathering lobster on the seacoast, diving or trawling or trapping, and conducting research
okay.
on that, and also working with smelt in the winter, surveying anglers, netting smelt in the springtime during their spawning period, and evaluating that portion of their life cycle, and working with river herring during their spawning runs also, and conducting marine recreational fishing surveys.
So
So some of that is still occurring,
year-round work.
yeah, and some of those projects are still reoccurring. They've just advanced in technologies as to how we are gathering the data
Okay.
and such. Um, Contributing to better data for better modeling and better statistics.
Better decision making.
To make management decisions based on better data, yeah.
And you really work with federal agencies and the other states through the ASME and other regional committees.
Yeah, so we are a part of the Atlantic States Marine Fisheries Commission that manages species within state waters from Florida through Maine. And we're also on the New England Fisheries Management Council, which, as you said, is a regional body from Connecticut up to Maine, focusing on managing species and fisheries in federal waters.
What are some of the unique changes you've seen over your career? And has climate change impact what you're seeing here on the coast?
Absolutely, absolutely. We used to, for example, have a very robust shrimp fishery in the Gulf of Maine, northern shrimp. And that has dwindled down to very little population, such that we have had to actually put a moratorium on the fishery and just leave so far what is out there for northern shrimp in the Gulf of Maine for ecosystem services, to
Okay.
be part of the food chain and such of the Gulf of Maine. They were like a canary in the mine in regards to witnessing warming temperatures in the Gulf of Maine and how that affects some species.
And it's
Northern
no
shrimp
doubt
was
affecting
one
more
of-
species.
Yeah, Atlantic cod is another species that has suffered with these warming temperatures and such. So it's becoming more and more interesting in managing species as they are dealing with climate change and not necessarily fisheries pressures.
Right, right.
due to their declining in numbers as such. Yes, it can be both, but also it can be
Hope that's
just
all
the
right.
climate
I'm
change.
gonna take a look at the room here and get right back to you, because look at that. Hey, take you for a tour. I'm just gonna slide this open here. There we go. There. And you get a tour of the facility here. Look at it, Marine Division. This is the office I worked out of. This is for the last 20 years of my career. Wow, did time go by? I moved in here in December of 1988. That was the first one. I got a key to come look at it. Well, I took a hard look for the next 20 years. I was the only one here for a few weeks until others moved in, but yeah.
And I'm still here.
And she's still here.
So it's been interesting and very enjoyable, very challenging to start as a bioaid and work up through field work, assessing populations, and then getting into the policy.
Now the ice has kind of gone away in Great Bay. Was there enough ice this winter for any ice fishing on Great Bay? How about the rivers? Was there, what's happened there?
They managed to get on for short periods of time this winter, very short periods of time. Didn't see very many smelt
Okay.
that were caught by the anglers. But yes, I remember walking on Great Bay and very thick ice, no worries.
Dozens of houses out there.
Yeah, they used to drive on Great Bay, snowmobiles, four-wheelers, and you just don't see that really often any longer.
Yeah. Our ice is disappearing.
It's not as long lasting. It doesn't start in December and end in March. It's off and on for ice conditions now throughout the winters typically.
Now I can see that we have, the marine biologist in this office. I think there is at least 3 women. Are there more? Jessica used to be a marine biologist, but she's now the waterfowl. But you got Renee and Becky.
Becky. We have Kara, who's a biotech, a couple bioaids.
Okay.
Female bioaids.
So women run strong here in the Marine Division.
Yes, I guess you could say that.
I'm trying to figure a way to be politically correct. That's not my best side, I have to admit, but...
We have just as many males. We are equal.
We have some hardworking males too, yes you do. But I'm here to talk women's history, so we need to talk how the women have made history here in the Marine Division and continue to make history every day. So it's awesome. We do appreciate that. Your hard work over the years, your meteoric rise after 40 years. I had to hit you with that. I've been thinking about that for a couple of days. We've been friends for a long time, and I do appreciate the time you've taken this morning. And good luck. The Marine Division is in good hands here. In the Hampshire Fishing Game Marine Division is in awesome hands with Cherie Patterson. She's got a lot of experience, a lot of know-how, and has made history right here in New Hampshire. One of our historical women right here. Cherie, thank you very much. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff for What's Wild in New Hampshire. All right, phone.